This is a poem Judy Neville wrote in 2018 for Claude Nunney to mark 100 years to the day he paid the supreme sacrifice. He was one of thousands of British home children who served for our freedom. The home children were British orphans shipped to Canada and sent to foster homes, often separated from their siblings and treated very poorly. Judy wrote this poem in memory of British home child Claude Nunney, Military Medal, Distinguished Conduct, and Victoria Cross. Away. I was sad to see my mum die, but the Catholic Church took us in. We couldn't stay, they sent us away. My brother and I, with 41 boys, sailed that day. To St. George's in Ottawa we all went, but we couldn't stay, they sent us away. My brother to one farm, I to another, so from my brother I was far away. I was housed and fed, worked hard each day, slept like a baby when I went to bed, thinking of siblings so far away. I finished my contract, then traveled for work, until word came of the old country going to war. I went to Glengarry, enlisted and trained, but we couldn't stay, they sent us away. Thousands of us homeboys bravely enlisted. Our old country needed us, Canada too. On the battlefield I saw comrades die, while others were injured, just like I. We couldn't stay, they took us away. On September 18, 1918, I couldn't stay, the Lord took me away. Please remember me, and remember all the home children sent away. We couldn't stay, they sent us away. In anticipation of Remembrance Day, Tim Farrell flies his father's RCAF flag. Frank Farrell served in the armed forces for 28 years and for part of the war served on coastal patrol in the St. Lawrence River, searching for U-boats. Tim's dad is in the group picture, bottom right. The other handsome flyer is Tim's uncle, Steve Hawrish, who was a tail gunner in a Lancaster bomber. His other uncles who were in World War II are not pictured, and they were Jerry Conlon, who served on a Corvette in the Royal Canadian Navy, Stephen Farrell in the Canadian Army, and Jim Farrell, who was in the U.S. Army. Regimental Sergeant Major Charles J.S. Fenton. They shall not grow old, that we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. We will remember them. Bob Charters joined the Air Force when he turned 18 and flew with the RAF. He was a navigator and bomb aimer on Halifax's and Lancasters. Shot down behind enemy lines in France while dropping supplies to the resistance, he escaped via the underground, walking over the Pyrenees into Spain, where he was traded back to England for fuel. There was only one other survivor from his crew, and he was captured. This is a photo of him visiting with his father while on leave in England. William Roy Han enlisted in the Royal Canadian Navy and served in the port of Halifax until being discharged in 1945. My father, David Witherspoon, didn't talk much about his war experience until later in life. He was fortunate to contract scarlet fever, which delayed his training such that he missed most of the heavy bombing of Germany, where 46% of crews died in action. Training at that stage of the war was very dangerous as well. Of the 10 crews in his bomber conversion training squadron, only 2 survived. Black circles on the ground marked the loss of an aircraft and crew. Mid-air collisions were common as well. Dad recalled his crew descending out of a cloud bank when another bomber darted underneath them. From his navigator bomb aimer position in the belly of the aircraft, He could see the surprised expressions on the faces of the other crew. Dad was proud of the missions his crew flew to provide food relief to Nazi-occupied Holland near the end of the war. My wife Carol's Uncle James Robert Henderson enlisted with the Perth Regiment at the start of World War II. Serving as an intelligence officer, his regiment was involved in the Allied invasion of Italy in 1944. He and another officer were in an advanced position when they came under heavy shelling. His family initially received a telegram indicating that he had been wounded, but later learned he had been killed instantly. He is buried in the Montecchio War Cemetery near Florence, Italy. Young Fellow My Lad by Robert Service. Where are you going, young fellow my lad, on this glittering morn of May? I'm going to join the colours, Dad. They're looking for man, they say. But you're only a boy, young fellow my lad. You aren't obliged to go. I'm 17 and a quarter, Dad, and ever so strong, you know. So you're off to France, young fellow my lad, and you're looking so fit and bright. I'm terribly sorry to leave you, Dad, but I feel that I'm doing right. God bless you and keep you, young fellow my lad. You're all of my life, you know. Don't worry, I'll soon be back, dear Dad, and I'm awfully proud to go. Why don't you write, young fellow me lad? I watch for the post each day, and I miss you so, and I'm awfully sad, and it's months since you went away. And I've had the fire in the parlour lit, and I'm keeping it burning bright, till my boy comes home, and here I sit, into the quiet night. What is the matter, young fellow my lad? No letter again today. Why did the postman look so sad and sigh as he turned away? I hear them tell that we've gained new ground, but a terrible price we've paid. God grant, my boy, that you're safe and sound, but oh, I'm afraid, afraid. They've told me the truth, young fellow my lad. You'll never come back again. Oh God, the dreams and the dreams I've had, and the hopes I've nursed in vain. For you passed in the night, young fellow my lad, and you proved in the cruel test of the screaming shell and the battle hell that my boy was one of the best. So you'll live, young fellow my lad, in the gleam of the evening star, in the wood note wild and the laugh of the child, in all sweet things that are. And you'll never die, my wonderful boy, while life is noble and true, for all our beauty and hope and joy we will owe to our lads like you.